Have you ever noticed how the people who talk the most about their plans usually achieve the least? Think about it. A guy announces his business idea online before he even starts. A student tells everyone he's changing his life. Someone posts every goal, every move, every dream. And 6 months later, nothing changed. Meanwhile, the quiet person nobody talks about suddenly buys a house, gets promoted, speaks fluent English, and levels up in life. Why? Because successful people understand one dangerous truth: not everybody clapping for you wants you to win. And today, I'm going to show you the 5 things you should never share with everyone if you want to protect your future, your peace, and your growth. And trust me, number 5 is the one destroying most people's lives without them even realizing it. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If you want to improve your English naturally while learning powerful life lessons that actually help you in the real world, you're in the right place. Today's video is different. This isn't fake motivation. This is real-life advice. The kind of advice people usually learn too late, after betrayal, embarrassment, failure, or regret. So stay with me until the end, because each point gets deeper, more powerful, and more personal. Let's get into it. 1. Stop telling everyone your big plans. Here's something nobody tells you. The more you talk about your goals, the less energy you have to complete them. Sounds crazy, right? But think about this. Have you ever told someone, "I'm going to lose weight. I'm starting a business. I'm learning English. I'm going to change my life." And after saying it out loud, you suddenly felt satisfied already. That's because your brain loves attention. Sometimes talking about success gives your brain the same emotional reward as actually achieving success. And that is dangerous. Look at average life in America right now. People announce everything online. Big moves coming. New chapter. Watch me win. But behind the scenes, they're broke, confused, distracted, still procrastinating. Listen carefully. Not every dream needs an audience. Some goals grow better in silence. Imagine planting a seed. If you keep digging it up every day to show people, it never grows. That's exactly what happens when you constantly share unfinished plans. And there's another problem. People project fear onto you. You say, "I want to start a YouTube channel." And someone replies, "That's hard. Too many people already do that. What if you fail?" Now suddenly your excitement turns into doubt. Why? Because energy spreads. Negativity spreads fast. Especially from people who secretly gave up on their own dreams years ago. Let me tell you a quick story. A guy named Marcus worked at a grocery store in Texas. Every day he talked about becoming a truck driver because drivers were making great money. But he kept telling everyone his plan instead of actually studying for the license test. People laughed at him, made jokes, told him he wasn't smart enough. Eventually he started believing them. 2 years passed, still at the same job. Meanwhile, another worker quietly studied after work every night. Said nothing. 1 year later, he left the store and doubled his income. Silence protected his focus. That's power. So what should you do instead? Work quietly. Build privately. Move strategically. Then let your results make the noise. Because people respect proof more than promises. And here's another truth. Sometimes your biggest blessing grows when nobody is watching. Pattern interrupt. Quick question. How many dreams have died because somebody talked too early? Think about that. Now let's move to the second thing you should never share. 2. Don't share your weaknesses with the wrong people. This one is painful, because many people learn this after betrayal. Listen, being open is healthy, but oversharing with the wrong people can destroy your confidence. Not everyone deserves access to your vulnerable side. You tell someone, I've been struggling mentally. Or, I'm insecure about my English. Or, I'm worried about money. And in that moment, you trust them. But later, they use your weakness against you. Maybe not immediately. Maybe months later during an argument. Maybe behind your back. Maybe as gossip. That's why emotional intelligence matters. You must learn who deserves your honesty. Real friends protect your pain. Fake friends collect information. Big difference. Look at workplaces in America. A coworker asks, "How are things going?" And someone starts revealing everything. Financial stress, family problems, fears, relationship drama. The next thing you know, the entire office knows your business. And suddenly people stop respecting you professionally. That's reality. Not everybody asking questions cares about your answer. Some people are simply curious. And curiosity is not loyalty. Now let me be clear. I'm not saying become cold. I'm not saying never open up. What I'm saying is, choose carefully. Talk to people who earned your trust. People who support you when you're down, not people who enjoy seeing you weak. Here's a strong rule. If someone constantly gossips about others, they will eventually gossip about you too. Never forget that. Let's take another example. A young woman named Emily wanted to improve her English speaking skills because she felt embarrassed during meetings. Instead of practicing quietly, she told everyone how insecure she felt. Some people encouraged her, but others mocked her accent behind her back. That embarrassment almost made her quit trying completely. Then she changed her approach. She practiced privately every morning, watched English videos daily, read out loud in her apartment, spoke slowly without apologizing. 1 year later, same people who mocked her were asking, "Wow, how did your English become so fluent?" Protect your growth stage. Every butterfly looks weak before transformation. Let me ask you something. Who around you truly wants to see you improve? And who only enjoys watching your struggle? Be honest. That question alone can change your life. Point 3 to 1300 hours to 1900 hours. 3. Never share your next move too early. This point is different from goals. This is about timing. And timing changes everything. There's a reason successful people move quietly. Because announcing your next move creates unnecessary attention. Attention creates pressure. Pressure creates mistakes. Imagine this. You finally get a new opportunity. Maybe a better job. Maybe a business idea. Maybe a chance to relocate. And before anything becomes official, you tell everybody. Now suddenly people are watching, questioning, judging, giving opinions nobody asked for. And if the plan fails, you feel embarrassed. That embarrassment stops many people from trying again. But when you move quietly, you protect your peace. You protect your confidence. You protect your momentum. There's another reason too. Some people compete with you secretly. You think they're your supporters, but they see your progress as a threat. Sad reality. Not everyone smiling at you is happy for you. Sometimes people want updates only so they can compare their life to yours. That's why privacy is powerful. Look at athletes. The best players don't scream before the game starts. They train silently, then dominate publicly. That's how real winners move. Here's a practical example. A man named Jordan wanted to quit his low-paying job and start an online business. Instead of posting motivational quotes every day, he disappeared for 6 months. People thought nothing was happening. But behind the scenes, he was learning marketing, saving money, building skills, improving communication. Then one day he launched quietly and succeeded. People called it luck. No, it was protected preparation. Most people only see results. They never see the silent discipline behind success. And honestly, that's okay. You don't owe everybody access to your journey. Remember this sentence. Privacy is not secrecy. Privacy is protection. Huge difference. Here's something powerful. If your life improved dramatically in the next year, would everyone around you celebrate? Or would some people secretly feel uncomfortable? That answer tells you who should have access to your future plans. Point 4 to 1900 hours to 2400 hours. 4. Stop sharing every personal problem online. This generation turned pain into content. And it's becoming dangerous. Listen carefully. Not every emotional moment belongs on the internet. The internet never forgets. You may post something emotional today and regret it 5 years later. A breakup, a meltdown, a family issue, money problems. In the moment it feels temporary, but online, it becomes permanent. And here's the worst part. Many people online don't actually care. They consume pain like entertainment. That's harsh, but true. Look at social media culture. People cry on camera, record arguments, expose private conversations. Everything becomes public. But real healing usually happens privately, not in front of strangers. Now, obviously, sharing experiences can help others sometimes. But there's a difference between helping people and emotionally bleeding online every day. One builds connection. The other destroys peace. Let's be real. When your life falls apart, you don't need more internet attention. You need clarity, support, silence, recovery, and something else nobody talks about. Constantly posting negative emotions trains your brain to stay negative. Your identity becomes connected to struggle. That's dangerous psychologically. Instead, try this. Journal privately. Talk to trusted people. Exercise. Pray. Read. Learn. Improve quietly. Pain should teach you, not define you. A lot of Americans today feel lonely, disconnected, stressed, and social media often makes it worse. Because people compare their real struggles to fake online perfection. But remember, everybody is fighting something. Some people just hide it better. The strongest people aren't always loud. Many are silently rebuilding their lives one day at a time. Respect that process. And respect your own privacy too. Point 5 to 2400 hours to 28:00. Never share your full potential with people who doubt you. This is the biggest one. And honestly, this point changes lives. There are people around you who only feel comfortable when you stay small. Read that again. Some people like the version of you that struggles, because your growth reminds them of what they never did. The moment you improve, they become distant. The moment you become confident, they call you different. The moment you level up, they say you changed. Of course you changed. Growth requires change. And here's where most people make a huge mistake. They reveal their full dreams to people committed to misunderstanding them. Never do that. Protect your ambition. Because doubters attack what they don't understand. Maybe you want to become fluent in English. Maybe you want financial freedom. Maybe you want a better lifestyle than the people around you. That's okay. You are not wrong for wanting more. You are not arrogant for improving yourself. And you do not need permission to grow. Let me say something bold. Sometimes the people closest to you can also become the biggest distraction from your future. Not because they hate you, but because your growth makes them uncomfortable. And average people often pressure others to stay average. That's why you must build inner confidence. Not confidence based on applause. Confidence based on discipline. Real confidence says, I'll keep improving even if nobody notices yet. That mindset changes everything. Here's a final story. A young immigrant in New York struggled speaking English. Customers mocked him. Coworkers ignored him. People underestimated him daily. Instead of arguing, complaining, or announcing his goals, he practiced every single day quietly, during lunch breaks, on the train, at home, everywhere. 2 years later, he became a manager. The same people who doubted him suddenly respected him. Why? Because success speaks a language everybody understands. Results. And remember this, you do not need everybody to believe in you. You only need enough courage to keep going. So let's bring this all together. The 5 things you should stop sharing with everyone are: your big plans, your weaknesses, your next move, your personal problems online, your full potential around doubters. Privacy is not weakness. Silence is not failure. Sometimes staying quiet is the smartest move you can make. Because while others are busy talking, you should be building, improving, learning, growing, quietly. And one day your results will speak so loudly, nobody will remember the silence. If this video helped you even a little, hit that like button and subscribe right now. And comment below, what's one thing you'll stop sharing starting today? I read the comments every day. Also, if you want to improve your English fluency naturally while learning powerful life lessons like this, turn on notifications, because this channel is built to help you grow mentally, emotionally, and financially. Until next time, stay focused, stay private, and protect your future.